Hello friends, in the last video we have discussed the limit and continuity of a function. Limit is said to be exist when its left hand side and right hand side limits are same. A function is said to be continuous when the limit exists and at a particular when a limit exists and it is continuous at a point. That means left hand limit of a function should be equal to right hand limit of a function, and that should be equal to function value at that particular point. Okay, left hand limit of fx is equal to left hand limit of right hand limit of fx is equal to f of a. Then a function is said to be continuous at that point. Yesterday we have discussed it. Next important concept is differentiation. Okay, this is again very important. To explain this only I have considered those two concepts. Please try to understand. Once again I repeat, in this year, in the first PUC and second PUC, you are going to study these in detail. So now just to try to understand the concept and as far as possible try to remember the results. I am struggling to explain in a easiest way these concepts. Okay. The rate of change in the value of dependent variable as a result of very small change in the value of independent variable. For a small change in independent variable, the corresponding change in dependent variable is the rate, not difference. Rate of change, okay, the ratio is called as differentiation. Differentiation is a method of finding the derivative of a continuous function. First of all, it should be continuous. Okay. Okay, let us consider a function y is equal to fx. Let this be a continuous function. Suppose this is independent variable, this is dependent variable. As x changes to x plus delta x, suppose x changes to x plus delta x, where this delta x is very small increment in dependent variable. This is then y changes to y plus delta y. Okay, if x changes to x plus delta x, then y changes to y plus delta y, where this delta x and delta y are small increments in x and y. Okay. Now y plus delta y is equal to f of x plus delta x. Okay, this delta y is equal to f of x plus delta x. This y comes this side, that is nothing but fx. This y is fx only. Now see, this is the net change in dependent variable corresponding to change in independent variable, but rate of change is asked. So rate of change is given by delta x. divided by f of x plus f of x. Okay, divided by delta x, dividing delta x on both sides. See here, this is the rate of change. For this is negligibly small. For minute change, let us take limit of delta x tends to 0 of delta y by delta x. This limit delta x tends to 0 of delta y by delta x is dy by dx. This is denoted by dy by dx, or derivative of y with respect to x. Derivative of y with respect to x. So this is limit delta x tends to 0 of x plus delta x minus fx divided by delta x. So this is the definition of, mathematical definition of derivative of y with respect to x. Okay, and this way of defining a derivative of a function is by using first principle. This is called as the method of first principle. Okay, let us consider some results. You can prove these many more results by using that first principle. Okay, d by dx of x raised to n, x to the power n, is given by n into x raised to n minus 1. This is very basic standard result, and from this only we can find the remaining results. This is very important result. X raised to n is d by dx of, see here, d by dx of x raised to n is n into x raised to n minus 1. Okay, d by dx of constant, d by dx of constant is always 0. So you have to remember these results. Okay, d by dx of e raised to x is e raised to x. I can't prove. This can be proved very easily by first principle only, but this is not the time to prove all those. D by dx of a raised to x is a raised to x into log e to the base e. This is also e raised to x into log e to the base e, but log e to the base e is 1. So d by dx of log x is 1 by x. D by dx of sin x is cos x. D by dx of cos x is minus sin x. D by dx of tan x is secant squared x. Okay, I will give you some results. You can use this in some other areas. D by dx of secant x tan x. D by dx of cot x minus cosecant squared x. D by dx of cosecant x minus cosecant x cot x. Okay, d by dx of, see, suppose d by dx of sin x plus c. What is the answer? D by dx of, remember, d by dx of this function fx plus gx. Suppose these two are two functions of x's, then this is d by dx of fx plus d by dx of gx. Okay. Similarly, if it is minus here, that will be minus. If it is into, that will be into, like that. That leads to another property that I will tell you afterwards. Okay, d by dx of this much. Inverse trigonometric functions are there. I don't want to consider now that. Suppose d by dx of u plus v. Just now I told now. Suppose u is fx, v is gx. Then this is d by dx of u plus d by dx of v. Suppose d by dx of u minus v, then d by dx of u minus d by dx of v. d by dx of u into v, product of two functions, then first function differentiation of second function plus second function differentiation of first function. See, this is the rule. This is also you are going to study, but wherever somewhere you may require, that's why I am explaining this. Just accept the results. d by dx of, this is called as product rule, u by v. Suppose u is function of x, v is another function of x, they are in the rational forms, then d by dx, differentiation of that fraction is called as quotient rule, v into du by dx. That means this denominator function into d by dx of numerator minus numerator into d by dx of denominator whole divided by denominator square. This is another important result. So now it is enough to, if you know this much is enough, I think. Let us consider some simple examples to make the theory clear. Okay, these are the, suppose some functions, y values. You have to find the derivatives of these functions, differentiate with respect to x. In the first case, say a, suppose y is equal to 6x, dy by dx is given by, see, this is 6 into d by dx of x. You have to take the d by dx. Since 6 is constant, you can take an outside. See, this is 6 into x raised to 1 minus 1. What is the rule? d by dx of x raised to n, d by dx of x raised to n is equal to n into x raised to n minus 1. Here n is 1. 1 into x raised to 1 minus 1, that is 0. That is 6 x raised to 0, that is 1. B is y is equal to 3 into x raised to 4. So dy by dx is equal to d by dx of 3x raised to 4. That is 3 can be taken outside, d by dx of x raised to 4, that is equal to 3 into, see, again apply this rule, d by dx of x raised to n, x raised to 4, 3 into 4, x raised to 4 minus 1, that is 3 into 4 is 12 x cube. 12x cube is the derivative of 3x raised to 4. Similarly, C is d by dx of y is equal to 7x cube minus 5x squared. dy by dx is d by dx of 7x cubed minus 5x square. This is d by dx of 7x cube minus d by dx of 5x squared. See, 7 is constant. 7 d by dx of x cube minus 5 into d by dx of x squared. That is 7 into 3. 7 into 3 d by dx of x raised to n is n into x raised to n minus 1. So 3 into x raised to 3 minus 1 is 2 it is. Minus 5 into 2 x raised to 2 minus 1 is 1. So this is 21x squared minus 10x. 21x squared minus 10x is the answer. Okay, next one is y is equal to x squared plus 1 by x. This is dy by dx is equal to d by dx of x squared plus 1 by x is equal to d by dx of x squared plus d by dx of 1 by x. d by dx of x squared means d by dx of x raised to n is n into x raised to n minus 1. 2 into x raised to 2 minus 1 is 1 plus d by dx of x raised to minus 1 it is. 1 by x can be written as minus 1. So this is 2x, this is minus minus 1 into n is minus 1 x raised to n minus 1 minus 1 minus 1 minus 2, or if you want you can write 2x minus 1 by x squared. E is e raised to x. Y is equal to e raised to x plus sin x log x. So dy by dx is d by dx of e raised to x plus sin x plus log x. d by dx of e raised to x plus d by dx of sin x plus d by dx of log x. d by dx of e raised to x is e raised to x. d by dx of sin x is cos x. d by dx of log x is 1 by x. This is the required answer. You got it? Y is equal to x cube into e raised to x. This is of the form y is equal to u into v. U is one function of x, v is another function of x. See, if y is uv, d by dx of u into v, product rule is u into first function d by dx of second function plus second function d by dx of first function, isn't it? So what is first function? X cube. Here this is u, e raised to x is v, d by dx of e raised to x plus v is e raised to x d by dx of x cube. This is x cube into e raised to x plus e raised to x is d by dx of x cube is 3 into x squared, that is x cube e raised to x plus e raised to x into 3x squared, 3x squared, or if you take e raised to x common, x cube plus 3x squared. Okay, this is the derivative of the given function. G, y is equal to x minus 1 into x plus 2. This can be solved in two ways, by using this formula, or if you multiply these two you will get a polynomial equation, then you can differentiate. See, first method, y is equal to, if you multiply this, x square minus x plus 2x minus 2, or x squared plus x minus 2 is the y value. Now differentiate dy by dx of x squared x minus 1 into x plus 2 is same as d by dx of this is dy by dx. dy by dx is required. dy by dx is this much. d by dx of this is same as x squared plus x minus 2. See, what is this? d by dx of x squared plus d by dx of x minus d by dx of 2. d by dx of x squared is 2 times x raised to 2 minus 1, 2x. d by dx of x is 1. d by dx of constant is 0. 2x plus 1 is the required answer. Okay. By using the product rule, this is second method. Suppose you took this as u and v. What is d by dx of uv? First function into differentiation of second function into differentiation of first function. What is first function here? X minus 1. d by dx of second function is x plus 2 plus second function is d by dx of x minus 1. So this is x minus 1 into d by dx of x plus 1, d by dx of x plus d by dx of 2 it is. d by dx of x is 1 plus 2 is 0. So this is 1 plus 0 plus x plus 2 is this. This is 1 minus 0. So x plus x minus 1 plus x plus 2, you will get x plus x is 2x plus 1 is the answer. You will get the same answer here also. This is h. Suppose y is equal to log x by x. This is of the form u by v form. Log x is one function, x is another function. So this is quotient rule, called as quotient rule. dy by dx is equal to denominator differentiation of first numerator minus numerator into differentiation of denominator whole divided by denominator square. V is u is log x into d by dx of log x minus log x into d by dx of v is x whole divided by v square is x square, that is x into d by dx of log x is 1 by x, that is from standard result, minus log x is d by dx of x is 1 whole divided by x squared. So x get cancelled here. 1 minus log x, answer is 1 minus log x divided by x squared. It is the required answer. Y is equal to sin x plus cos x. See these which one? I, J, K, L. You complete yourself as in the same. See here, the answer for this is u into v form, u and v, and e raised to x log x uv. See first function e raised to x d by dx of log x plus log x into d by dx of e raised to x. E raised to x d by dx of e raised to x is e raised to x, d by dx of log x is 1 by x. So what is the answer? E raised to x by x plus log x into e raised to x. Similarly here, okay, d by dx of a raised to x is a raised to x into log a. You refer the standard results and get the answer. This is dy by dx is equal to d by dx of sin x plus cos x is equal to d by dx of sin x plus d by dx of cos x. D by dx of sin x is cos x. D by dx of cos x is minus sin x. This is u into v form, dy by dx sin x into x cube u into v. First function, this is u, this is v, d by dx of uv, if you want I will write here, is equal to first function d by dx of second function plus second function d by dx of first function. So first function is sin x, d by dx of x cube plus x cube d by dx of sin x, that is sin x into 3x squared, x raised to n is 3 into x raised to 3 minus 1 plus x cube cos x. So 3x squared sin x plus x cube cos x. This is the answer. Last one is y is equal to x squared 2x. See, this is of the form fx raised to n. Again function, this is called as composite function. In second PUC you will study these things in detail. Okay. See here whatever d by dx of fx raised to n is dy by dx is equal to n into fx raised to n minus 1. As usual, instead of x we will write fx. Again you have to differentiate. This fx. Okay, because this itself is the function of x. See, what is n? N is 3. What is fx? X squared minus 2x. 3 minus 1 is 2. d by dx of x squared minus 2x is 3 into, I will write here, x squared minus 2x. d by dx of x squared is 2x. d by dx of 2x is 2. If you take 2 common, 3 into 2, x squared minus 2x, x minus 1, that is 6 into x squared minus 2x into x minus 1 is the answer. Okay. With this, I will conclude the discussion on differentiation. See, next, another important concept in this calculus is integration. To integrate, the process of finding the original function from its derivative. If you know the derivative, then from that derivative, finding the original function. Many times it is required. Integration has many applications in the field of science. Okay. d by here directly, if you know the derivations or differential coefficients of the function perfectly, then it is easy to get the integral values of the same function. See here, d by dx of x raised to n plus 1 divided by n plus 1 is x raised to n. See, you know d by dx of x raised to n is equal to n into x raised to n minus 1. Suppose you want x raised to n here, what will you do? d by dx of x raised to n plus 1. If you write that, then your answer will be n plus 1 into x raised to n plus 1 minus 1, that is x raised to n. But if you want actually x raised to n, what you have to do? d by dx of x raised to n plus 1 divided by n plus 1, isn't it? This will be n plus 1 into x raised to n divided by n plus 1, so that these get cancelled, x raised to n. See, this is the reverse process. Integration is reverse process of differentiation. Suppose d by dx of x raised to n plus 1 divided by n plus 1 is x raised to n, then integration of this function will be x raised to n plus 1 divided by n plus 1. Plus c is everywhere. It is these type of integration are called as indefinite integrals. Indefinite integral, suppose see here, d by dx of x raised to n into x raised to n minus 1. So d by dx of x raised to n plus some constant. What is the value of this? This is d by dx of x raised to n into x raised to n plus 1, n minus 1, d by dx of c, constant, that is again 0. So if you add this constant, the value will not change. Okay, only that much you learn, that is enough. See, therefore it is tradition to write plus c to all the indefinite integrals. So d by dx of x raised to n plus 1 divided by n plus 1 is x raised to n. Therefore, integration of x raised to n dx, dx means with respect to x, x raised to n dx is x raised to n plus 1 divided by n plus 1 plus c. This is also another basic result. Okay. d by dx of integration of x raised to n is x raised to n plus 1 divided by n plus 1, but x raised to minus 1 dx is not the same result, because d by dx of log x is 1 by x. You know this, d by dx of log x is 1 by x. So integration of 1 by x is log x, log of modulus of x, because log negative cannot be defined. See, d by dx of log x is 1 by x. So integration of 1 by x dx is log x plus c. d by dx of e raised to x is e raised to x. So integration of e raised to x dx is e raised to x plus c. d by dx of a raised to x is a raised to x into log of a. So d by dx of integration of a raised to x dx is log a raised to x divided by log a, because d by dx of a raised to x by log a is a raised to x. So integration of a raised to x is a raised to x by log a to the base e. If it is not given, means that is understood, it is e. Or for common practical purposes, that means in commercial and in day to day life, that is 10. For scientific calculations, base will be naturally this e. d by dx of sin x is cos x. So integration of cos x is sin x plus c. d by dx of cos x is minus sin x. d by dx of cos x is minus sin x. So integration of sin x is minus cos x. In order to avoid minus here, we are taking multiplying minus that side. d by dx of tan x is secant squared x. So integration of secant squared x is tan x plus c. d by dx of secant x is secant x tan x. So integration of secant x tan x is secant x plus c. d by dx of cot x is minus cosecant squared x. So integration of cosecant squared x is minus cot x plus c. d by dx of cosecant x is minus cosecant x cot x. So integration of cosecant x cot x is minus cot x. Okay, so it is enough, I think, if you know these 10 results. Let us consider few examples. Let us consider few examples. Okay. Integrate with respect to x. We have to find the integrals of these functions. Okay. First, y is equal to a integration of 7x cube with respect to x. Integrate with respect to x. So this is equal to 7 can be taken outside, x cube dx. As you know, integration of x raised to n is x raised to n plus 1 divided by n plus 1. n plus 1 divided by plus c. That is equal to 7 into x raised to 3 plus 1, 4 divided by 4 plus c. That is 7 by 4 x raised to 4 plus c is the answer. D. Integration of 2x squared dx. 2 into x squared dx. That is equal to 2 into x cube by 3 plus 2 by 3 x cube. C is integration of 5x plus 3 dx. That is equal to integration of 5x dx integration of 3 dx. 3 dx. See here, 5 can be taken outside. Integration of this is x dx plus 3 into dx. Okay, are you following? I am using only that formula, nothing more than that. 5 times x squared by 2 plus 3 into this will be x, integration of dx or integration of 1x plus c. See here, d by dx of x is equal to 1. Okay, dx by dx. So integration of 1 dx is equal to x. Remember, integration of 1 dx or integration of dx is x plus c. So answer is 5 by 2 x squared 3x plus c. D is d by dx of integration of 1 by 2x dx. 1 by x dx, integral of 1 by x dx is log x. So this is 1 by 2 into 1 by x dx, that is half into log x plus c. Fifth one, integration of 4x cube plus 5x squared, x raised to 4 is there, minus 3x plus 8. You have to use the bracket here with respect to x. So this is integration of 4x cube dx plus integration of 5x4 dx minus integration of 3x dx plus integration of 8 dx, not 8x. See, this will be that is 4 into integration of x cube, x raised to 4 by 4 plus 5 into x raised to 5 by 5 minus 3x squared by 2 plus 8x. X raised to 4 plus x raised to 5 minus 3 by 2 x squared plus 8x plus c. Plus c is here. Okay, that is the integrate that constant. See, sixth one is integration of 1 dx. Just you saw that integration of 1 dx is x plus c, because d by dx of x is 1. Therefore, integration of 1 dx is x plus c. Okay. Integration of 0 dx. Remember, this is not 0. Integration of 0 dx, because why? D by dx of constant is 0. So integration of 0 is constant, not 0. Remember this result. Many will commit mistake here only. This is a constant. D by d integration of log x. This is equal to log x dx integration of dx. Integration of log x is 1 by x. Sorry. So this will lead to another result. You require integrating by parts and all. Okay, I don't want to consider here. I will leave this as it is. suppose it is 1 by x, then that will be log x. This is e raised to x plus c, because it requires some other theoretical part of integration, that is integrating by parts. Okay. Integration of sin x plus this, integration of sin x plus integration of cos x dx, here also dx. So integration of sin x dx is cos x minus cos x, because d by dx of cos x is minus sin x. So integration of minus sin x is cos x, or integration of sin x is minus cos x plus sin x plus c, sin x minus cos x plus c. Now this one, integration of 10 raised to x dx, integration of e raised to 5x dx, integration of log x dx. 10 raised to a raised to x dx is equal to 10 raised to x into log 10 plus e raised to x, e raised to 5x divided by 5 it is, because d by dx of e raised to 5x by 5 is e raised to 5x. Okay. This is again log x, and leave this as it is. Or let us write, make it only. Okay. Because I can't derive that result here now. So this, let us make 1 by x. Now this will be log x. Okay. So this is the answer. Now integration of secant squared x plus secant x tan x dx. Integration of secant squared x dx plus secant x tan x dx. Integration of secant squared x is tan x. Integration of secant x tan x is secant x plus c. Okay. So far up to this k we have considered as indefinite integrals. Suppose you give the limits to integrals that is definite integral. For that range only we are going to integrate the given function. So how to find that? The procedure remains same. After finding the integrals, you have to evaluate the values. Okay, let us try this. Integration of 2x plus 3x square dx over 3 to 5. 3 to 5. So this is 0 to, okay. Okay, 3 to 5 of, otherwise we will write here like this only. Integration of 2x dx plus integration of 3x squared dx 3 to 5. It is right like this. Okay. See here, integration of 2x is x squared by 2. 2 into x squared by 2 plus 3x cube divided by 3 over the range 3 to 5. That is equal to 2 get cancelled. X squared plus x cube 3 to 5. Now up to this is same. Now you have to find the values for 5. That is at 5 x squared is 5 squared. This is 5 squared plus 5 cube. Okay. Minus only this 3 to 5. See, this is 3 squared plus 3 cube. Okay, first you have to substitute these values, take the sum, minus substitute 3 and take the sum and take the difference of these two. That will be 25 plus 125, that is 150, minus 9 plus 27, that is 36. 36 means 114. You got it. Similarly, find the remaining two. Okay. This is integration of 2x minus 3. Use the bracket, okay. Otherwise, the dx will be for 3 only. Minus 1 to plus 1. This is equal to, inside this bracket, integration of 2x dx. All the time you have to write dx. This is, you have to mention with respect to which variable you are going to integrate. This is 3x dx. Okay. The limit is minus 1 to 1. What is this? 2x squared by x squared. 2x squared by 2 minus 3 into x. So 2 get cancelled. This is minus 1 to 1. Now see here, x squared minus 3x, minus 1 to 1. First you put 1. X squared means 1 square, minus 3. Okay. Minus of, now you put minus 1, that is 1, minus of minus plus 3. So this is minus 2 minus 4. Minus 2 minus 4, answer is minus 6. You got it. Similarly, this one, minus 1 to 1. Okay. This is integration of x squared dx minus integration of 5x dx plus integration of 2 dx over the range minus 1 to plus 1. So this is 1 at 1. Okay, let us find this first. X square by 2 minus 5 into x square, sorry, this is x cube by 3 x squared by 2 plus 2x. One by 3 minus 5 by 2 plus 2 minus, you put minus here, minus 1 by 3 minus 5 by 2, okay, minus 1 is minus 2. So this will be 1 by 3 minus 5 by 2 plus 2 plus 1 by 3 plus 5 by 2 plus 2. So that is 5 by 2 get cancelled. 1 by 3 is 2 by 3, 4 and 2 by 3 is the answer. You got it.